Hello everybody, this is B Junior from the Endurance Productions YouTube channel on B Junior's Movie Cave. Well, it was a good time had by all. Went to the Mad Monster Party convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, that's right, we actually had an honest-to-goodness horror genre convention in the old home state this weekend, past weekend I should say. I went for the Saturday and spent a few hours down there, met a lot of great YouTubers, met up with the Mutantville.com boys, Strebo and Geo. They showed up recently in a recent video I posted on an interview. I had Strebo plug the website and tell you all about Mutantville.com, indie horror in North Carolina. And also, didn't go really hog wild this trip on the convention, mainly because I was on a budget this time. I wanted to just kind of save some money, just get a few good things and then come back. And but I did have some good experiences there. I gotta say, overall, the convention itself, I so hope they do this again in 2013, because not only would it be great for the local residents that like horror genre, but I couldn't believe that this was a first time show because of the turnout. I mean, this place was packed. It was a well organized show, little to no drama happening at this show. The vendor hall was excellent. I like the vendor hall just about as much as I did meeting the few autographs that I got this time. I can't say enough about that. I mean, they had, I've been to two bigger conventions in Kentucky last year. I gotta say this one was every bit at the same size. The guest list, they did have a couple cancellations before the show kicked off this past weekend, but all in all, a really great show as far as the celeb guests that showed up. Most or all of them were really nice, the ones that I met especially, and kind of going to go through the list of them. I'll tell you, whenever I got there probably a little after 11 o'clock whenever they opened the doors for the convention. I got there probably about 11:30 actually whenever I got my bracelet on. They did skull and crossbone bracelets there. And I took a few pictures outside of the Scream Use Christine. They had one of those on display. The truck from Steven Spielberg's Duel. They said they had on the ads they had the Maximum Overdrive Green Goblin head that was in that movie from the truck that they used, but I couldn't find it. I scoured the earth for that thing because I really love Maximum Overdrive, but I could not find it anywhere. But the pictures I took with celebs and the Scream Use Christine car and the Dual truck, all the pictures I took are on my B Junior's Movie Cave Facebook page. Link from my channel page over to that if you want to see the pictures taken. I'm not going to do a slideshow at the end of the video or anything. After I got there, probably about 11:30, I said, well, let me walk around my kind of the unwritten laws to walk for me is to walk around the vendor hall, kind of make mental notes of what they're selling. That way, if you want to come back and buy something, you'll have enough money in the budget for that later on. So after my big walk around to kind of familiarize myself with what the layout was and everything, most or all of the celeb guests were in the main outer hall from the vendor hall, the big major hall that they had for all the vendors. James Hong, Patty Mullen, the girl from Frankenhooker, and a couple other people, they were in the corners in the main vendor hall, but they didn't do the Margot Kidder thing like at Fright Night where they put them way out across the other, into some room across the hotel or something. So luckily everything was well organized, everything was all together. So one of the main draws, or a few of the main autograph draws for the show was Brad Dourif, Rutger Hauer, Angus Scrimm. Sadly, I didn't get Rutger Hauer's autograph. Now, let me just say a few words about Rutger Hauer. I'm not going to go off in a major rant or anything. I may do kind of a rant video later on about that, but essentially I got there around 11:30, and I went ahead and made a beeline after the vendor hall walk around to get in Rutger Hauer's line because I knew his line was going to be big and packed all day. And when I got there, Rutger was at his table. He just sat down, and there was about 5 or 6 people, give or take, in front of me. He sits down beside his agent lady and signs one autograph, takes money from the guy, and as he's doing that and kind of mumbling a little bit to the agent lady, he basically gets up, grabs his water bottle, and he was in a corner table. He disappears into a corner door behind his table into like a side room and says something to his agent, just leaves. I didn't really understand that at first, but as he does that, I'm kind of gazing up at his little placard sign. I already knew that he was charging a whopping $40 for his autograph, but what really got me was someone from his agent or whoever had made a makeshift notebook piece of paper and put it up on his placard that said, "Photos of Rutger Hauer, an additional $30." So, if my math is not wrong, you're going to pay $70, and mind you, with your own camera, not a professional photographer or something like that. Thankfully, that was the only extra double dipping person that was there was Rutger Hauer. And also, another good side note, there were no photo ops there, no extra double dipping for that, thank God, at this show. Strictly one price for just about everybody other than Rutger and maybe Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif was charging like 30, I think. But anyway, back to Rutger Hauer. He disappeared into his room, and basically, this is the only little bit of drama. He muddled, his agent lady come back and said something to the person in front of the line after he signed one whole autograph since it was open. He was there for probably about 20 minutes. He signed one autograph. She said something about him having to go take his vitamins. I don't know what kind of vitamins he was taking exactly. I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say it rubbed me the wrong way, but it just kind of made me feel weird. But also, from other YouTubers I've talked to since the convention, and also from what I saw later, there was a little sign put up saying that he probably wouldn't be back until 4:30 that evening, which is total BS if you ask me. I did walk around for a while, got some more autographs, did the vendor hall. I can say about 1 o'clock, 2 hours later, Rutger was out at his table again. He was only there for about half hour, 45 minutes. He had a line of about 30 people at that point, and with all the other stuff I wanted to do and kind of see while I was there, I just couldn't see myself paying $70 and waiting in that long line and missing out on other good stuff just for that. And there was no guarantee he might just get up and walk away too. So I don't know. I just didn't get. It just came off to me that Rutger just really didn't understand the convention scene and what it's like. You know, maybe the crowds. Maybe he's not a crowds kind of person too. You got to think of it kind of from his point of view a little bit. Not saying it was right, but it's just the way it was. He just, I don't know, I don't think he was all into it really. So I didn't get Rutger's autograph for that reason. And basically what I'll do, I guess, is just kind of go through the ones that I did get and show you first what I bought. I bought a DVD while I was there as well. Like I said, didn't get a whole lot this time, but on a budget. They give you these little cool swag bags when you come in. They're pretty cool. It was a Halloween Express bag. I think they grabbed a shipment of those from the local stores that pop up that time of year. I didn't use it, but I thought it was kind of cool. Little souvenir. I kept it. Basically, I got a couple cards from some tables. I did some interviews, so look for those videos to pop up sooner or later on my channel. Got a little card here from mutantville.com. Check out their website, Indy Horror, North Carolina. My boys Strebo and Geo, they're always nice to meet there at the local shows. Also, I interviewed a real quick plug spot for Kenny from the Myers House in North Carolina. There's his postcard. Check him out at myershouse.nc.com. What he's got is he puts on a Halloween show every year. There's Michael Myers in front of his house. He actually built a house to spec, just like the Myers house from the movie, the original Halloween. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I've heard about this for a while now from Strebo and some other folks in North Carolina, but I finally wanted to plug that. Check out his website when you have a chance to get all the info. Okay, the haul, guys. I'll quit jabbering on about my experiences. All in all, good show. Great people. Met some great YouTubers. I actually got tapped on the shoulder about 3 or 4 times. People said, "Hey, you're the YouTube guy. Yeah, I saw your videos before you come down here." And all that. I was like, "Hey, okay." Yeah, I was like, "Well, whatever." But yeah, it's flattering. But like I said, I'm in no way, some kind of bigwig or nothing like that. I just enjoy being there like everybody else. I did buy a DVD. I stopped by one of the DVD dealers called the VHS Preservation Society. Basically, they find VHS movies that are out of print and or have not been put out on DVD, and they're there to purchase. I bought a copy of Home Sweet Home. Guys, if you guys like good in that bad way horror movies, sort of like Don't Go in the Woods or The Forest or movies like that, you got to have Home Sweet Home. I mean, if you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself to at least view it once. Just don't think about it too hard. I mean, it's not a good slasher at all. In the vein of, it's one of the few, if not the only, Thanksgiving holiday horror movies. You had all these horror movies that were like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Halloween, of course. Just to name a few, April Fool's Day, all those movies. Well, this one, Home Sweet Home, takes place on Thanksgiving. It's just got a huge amount of randomness in it that I've ever seen in a slasher movie. It had me laughing the whole time. I'd seen it once a long time ago, but it was really great to revisit. That was the one DVD I bought. Sadly, I didn't buy any T-shirts this run, mainly because I think I violate some kind of unwritten law to buy from any T-shirt dealer other than T-shirt Joe Garcia from FastCustomShirts.com. Joe, if you're watching this, there's your plug, buddy. Yeah, for the price involved at the other shows I've been to, T-shirt Joe, Fast Custom Shirts, you can't go wrong. The quality is there. The price is really good. The price is only half of what you pay at some of these other ones I saw at this show. And if you wear his shirts long enough, you'll obtain special powers. That's right. It worked for me. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, all jokes aside, here's the autographs. Let's get into those. Stop by the William Katt table. If you don't know who William Katt is, William Katt goes back in my history. When I was a kid, I used to watch a show called The Greatest American Hero, which is kind of like a superhero rip-off show, comedy show, based action show, or whatever you want to call it. About around the time when the Incredible Hulk TV show was out in the late 70s, early 80s. He finds this suit that's left behind by aliens and looks really dorky, but he was also in Carrie, played the boyfriend of Sissy Spacek, and my personal favorite, he starred in Steve Miner's, it was produced by Sean Cunningham and directed by Steve Miner, House. William Katt here, let's see, I think you can see that pretty good. It's a little 8x10 I grabbed from, there's a bit of a glare there, I'm sorry, but there you go, that's better. He wrote on there, for Barry, thanks for coming to my house, in quotes, William Katt, Roger Cobb, his character name from the movie. I thought that was pretty cool. It's got all his facial expression in that little still is great. Look at that. Anyway, it's got a lot of little mini stills from the movie, and I'll show you these guys. I'll put these on the wall here in a little while and do it justice. I'll get a better angle with less glare. So let's put that one aside. That's William Katt autograph. Really enjoyed meeting him. He was a nice guy, very personable. Asked me if I was having a good time and made small talk for a little while. I told him that House was one of my favorite 80s horror movies, and he said he just had a good time making it, and it was a quick job for him, he said, but he just really enjoyed it, and he said it's one of his faves in his career. So here is one of the best looking autographs that I got there. I'm going to go ahead and say it is the best looking autograph that I got while I was there. I went and met Miss P.J. Souls, who played Linda in the original Halloween. Been waiting for the right show. The 2 shows I went to last year, she didn't come to. Well, about dropped it, that's bad. But basically, she showed up at this one, and what a sweetheart, guys. She was just very, very nice to her fans. She gives you a hug whenever you go up to see her. Then she gives you a hug before you leave and signs whatever you want to, if your favorite line or whatever you'd like to have on your photo or whatever table photo she had. She had about the standard 8x10 she always has of stills from her from the movie, but no, I'm kind of a poster nut. I like poster art, that kind of thing. So this was weird. I just pulled this image off the internet because I liked the way it looked. It looked cool. But she signed it in silver Sharpie, and it's the best looking autograph that I got from the whole entire show. Hopefully you'll be able to see it pretty good. It's a mini print of Halloween. This is a little print I pulled off the internet. It's got the face coming out of the darkness of Michael Myers' Halloween with the pumpkin in the middle for the O and the credits at the bottom. She signed up there, to Barry, my favorite line, go get me a beer. And then she says, oh, I always have to put totally. I said, great, yeah, throw that on there too, PJ. She threw totally PJ Souls Linda, her character name. I thought that one was pretty cool little mini print. It's an 8.5 by 11. Like I said, I went prepared. I took a bunch of these extra ones just in case the table photos didn't really thrill me too much. But there's that one. Like I said, I'll show you. I'll do another quick cut and show you these on the wall after I get done kind of going through them. Speaking of sweethearts, another sweetheart that was there was Dee Wallace. Dee Wallace is an actress that you've seen in movies like Cujo, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Critters, The Howling, my personal favorite, and many more. I mean, she's been in a ton of stuff, and she's still acting even today. She was even promoting the Lords of Salem movie, the new witchcraft or witch movie that's coming out from Rob Zombie this coming year, I think. She had a lot of stills from that movie too, which looked really good. I mean, think good Rob Zombie movie, not remake Rob Zombie movie. So if you feel me on that, it looked pretty good. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But she said she had a really great time making that. And I talked to her I got to talk to Dee Wallace for a long time because when I first got there, everybody was jumping in the Brad Dourif line and the Derek Mears line and all that. And there was little Dee Wallace with this humongous 2-table setup. She had the best posters, the best stills there that I've seen, hands down, in any convention table. Anything that you wanted from just about every movie she was in. They weren't skimpy at any means. She had a lot of Howling stuff, a lot of Critter stuff. When I was talking to her, I commented she had this little 8x10 still from Critters, where it was a black and white pose where she had this big giant shotgun where she was shooting at the critters. I said, Dee, this is the great still here. I started cracking up laughing at it. That shotgun was bigger than she was, you know. And she was like, oh my gosh, I love that part. And she says that was a production still that she saved, and she uses it at a lot of her conventions and whatnot. So, but for all the marbles, she had these cool. This is a weird size. It's an 11x14 mini poster, landscaped mini poster, rectangle of The Howling. Imagine your worst fear of reality. There it is, guys. I didn't pick the best lighting here, but like I said, I'll show them off better in a little while. There's The Howling mini poster. I like this one too because it's unique. You don't see too many landscape deals. And it's got all the original credits and everything on it. She put it right there. She wrote it in black Sharpie, 2-berry, bite me, Dee Wallace, smiley face. So I heard she writes that a lot on her stuff. So anyway, there it is. All marbles, The Howling mini poster. I already framed these up. You got to be professional, guys, when you do these kind of recap videos. You know, you got to really go for it. Okay. And last but not least, the last autograph that I got there was Chris Sarandon, who you know from playing such cool parts as Prince Humperdinck and the Princess Bride. It's one of my faves. Well, actually, my favorite always will be his role as Jerry Dandridge, the vampire next door, in the original and only Fright Night, mind you. He was a very nice guy. A lot of people say kind of half and half with him, kind of like Linda Blair. They always say a lot of people say, oh, he was a total dick, I didn't like meeting him. Other people say, no, he was a great guy to meet. I had a great time. Personally, I had a great time meeting Chris Sarandon. Very personable, smiled a lot, and maybe he was having a good day that day. And I don't know, I asked him, he had these cool little 11x17 Fright Night mini posters, like the original poster art. And he basically said these were an extra $5, but he didn't charge me for it. I told him Fright Night was my favorite vampire film, and I watch it every year and just kind of hammed it up a little bit. And I didn't really try to get one over on him or nothing, but I just really told him the truth. And that's when I think a lot of times, if the person's in a good mood and you speak from the heart a lot, you get a discount here and there, that kind of thing. So I don't know. It could have been just a bunch of crap. I don't know. But he wrote on here, 2-berry, Chris Sarandon, welcome to Fright Night for real, Jerry Dandridge. He wrote it in black Sharpie on the light blue part. Let's see, I'll try to get it in frame there. There it is, Fright Night mini poster. And there is the autograph. Can't really see it real well. Sorry, guys. There you go. But I've always loved that original poster art. And it's going to look really good on the wall. I think it'd be a good addition to the collection. Stephen Jeffries was there, and I thought I broke down. I was going to get Stephen Jeffries' Evil Ed from the movie to sign mine, but he wasn't there at his table a lot. He was around the corner from Chris Sarandon, but I don't know. He didn't look like he's feeling too good, so he might have been taking a lot of breaks that day, and I just kept missing him each time I went out there. So, but those were my 4 autographs, guys. Like I said, I didn't go hog wild this trip, and I feel good about it. I mean, I got 4 quality autographs of people I wanted to meet. I had a great time meeting them. Didn't have such a good luck with getting Rutger Hauer's autograph, that kind of thing. Yeah, sadly, the only one that I really wish I could have gotten now in retrospect was Angus Scrimm. But by the time it got to be about 2:30 in the afternoon, Angus Scrimm's line was like 40 people strong. And poor Angus, I forgot about how he's getting up in years a lot now, and he's still spry. He's talking to his fans, smiling a lot, taking a lot of pictures. He has to sit most of the time, but he's got to be every bit of 90 years old now, or pushing 90. And God bless him, he was spending about solid 20 to 30 minutes with each person. And the line, I stood in his line for like 45 minutes solid. We moved maybe 1 foot, and I was like, I just couldn't do it. Because if I did that, I wouldn't have gotten to meet Chris Sarandon or somebody else or hit the vendor hall before I left. And it was getting so crowded in there too, which is good because just shows that the convention might happen again next year. But plus, I came back with some money in my pocket too, so felt like a winner this trip. I got a good DVD that I can watch over and over again. Met some cool YouTubers. I got to interview a couple people, 4 autographs. I'm happy. Great trip, guys. Highly recommend it. All my Kentucky buddies up there, you know, Ron 1988, Pete Pizzell, Wes Vance, Dead Pit Boys, any of you guys watching, T-Shirt Joe even from down south there. If you guys want to see another or try to get a table for this show, you know, let me know. I'll try to coordinate with you and help you out in any way if I can. I'll do plugs for your websites and or Facebook pages. I don't mind it. I'll media hoe out for you. Not a problem. Well, guys, that is it for the haul today. This video's went way too long. It's about a 20-minute video, so I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna do a quick cut. And you know, stay tuned. I'm gonna put the photo. I've got the nails up. I'm gonna put the autographs on the wall and give you a better look at them. So rock on, and hold tight for this cut, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back handheld real quickly. I'm gonna give you a little shot of the new autographs on the wall from the Mad Monster Party convention. Mainly because the glare I was using, the angle I was using a second ago wasn't too great. So rock on. Here we go. Go over here to the wall. There's Freddie and Jason hanging out. Here, say hey, Freddie. Say hello.
Come to Freddie. Welcome to my nightmare.
And Jason, what do you have to say, buddy? Probably nothing. Anyway, that was fun. I enjoy those action figures. Here you go, guys. There's the new autographs up on the top row up there. There's the new Fright Night poster. The House William Katt autograph. And the cool 11x14 autograph Dee Wallace in a frame there. Those three kind of filled up that odd space up there that I've been needing to fill for a while. My wooden room. And I rearranged it. I've got my John Carpenter Halloween mini print on top of the PJ Souls. Like I said, this is weird because this wasn't a table photo, or I didn't pay for it or anything. It's just a graphic I pulled off the internet, but it turned out the best. I don't know why, but it's always that way. I just like the way it looks. Yeah, pretty cool. I like how they put the pumpkin in there. Yeah, pretty cool there. I love my Halloween stuff. That turned out pretty good. Anyway, guys, enough goofing around there. Stay tuned, guys, and I'll do some more videos in the future. And there will be a probably another interview movie from Mad Monster Con, and or another rant video. Unsure at this point, but rest assured we'll be back at you sooner than later. Take care, guys. Rock on. Leave your questions, comments, concerns below, and we'll join in the wonderful world of chatting about conventions. Take care.